soon as possible. Wait, keep speaking actually. Maybe it will work now. No, it's still not working. Oh my god, no, no. It's going to shit. Oh no, it's going to shit. What's going wrong? Okay, you know what? Right. Hold on. Before we get started, guys, let me just go into Discord. Go here. Go here. Alright, it might work now. Let's have a look. Let's pray. Say something? Yeah, there
Hello,
we go.
hello,
It's
hello, hello.
working. It's working.
Yay!
There we go. Hello, guys. Welcome back to another stream. Round 6 of Division 2. We are here at Silverstone. That is not. Oh, that is Silverstone. Last time I was round here, I think for Division 2, it was Season 4 where Ty Clear took the win. The only driver to get a one-stop done and dusted. Can he do the same today? As the past few races, I'm joined by the one and only Lanky. Hello.
Hello.
You think it's going to be a direct race today? It's dry and qualifying right now, so
Yeah, it's looking pretty clear as well. Not many clouds around, so I think they're safe
yeah.
for the
And
quali.
speaking of the drivers, we have this is the standings. Lewis missing out by our favorite number by 1 point. So nobody cares. Still in the lead by quite a margin. Hopefully he can extend that today. After Ty clears podium, he jumps up to P5. For the team standing, it's season was well, no, I don't think I updated the standings correctly. But I'm pretty sure it's now equal between Red Bull and Aston Martin. They are pretty much tied on points, so they will be looking to try and get ahead of Nobody Cares, who yet again is one of the only drivers for Aston Martin on the grid. So it'll be tough work for him to actually get going now. Hopefully there are no problems with the stream. If there is, we can just blame Ricky.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that usually
yeah, there
works.
we go. Yeah, that's yeah. Right. Just turn this down. Right, who is the first one out there to go and set a time? Let me just add this guy.
Yeah, I've just invited him.
Okay.
Max.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, as we've got the KFC bloke, he went up pretty early. First one to go out and be setting the times first. Do we think he has what it takes to get pole, get ahead of Nobody Cares? This is the type of track where you definitely want to be practicing. So we'll see. As he comes towards the start, he's run. See, comes towards the first DRS straight and a bit of a wiggle on the entry of that corner. See what his sector 1 time will be. I am absolutely terrible at this track, but a 27.1 so far. I don't know if that's good or bad. It is first purple sector, but he is the first car to go be setting a time. What do we think, Pole? Do you think Pole will be in the 25s?
Oh, no, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe low 26s.
Yeah. Let's see what he does. So far, he looks to be on a pretty clean lap. It's a
Okay.
26.2. It's a pretty good lap for. I think
We,
yeah, it's definitely
yeah,
gonna be a
we might
25s.
see 25s. Yeah.
I don't even think I can set those type of times. Nicholas goes quicker by a tenth and a bit. What can Nobody Cares do? Nobody Cares a bit slower on this occasion. He's a tenth back from the KFC bloke, so maybe not the track for him. We have Alberto Tetris about to cross the line. He's invalidated, so it won't be him. Will it be Sid? Can Sid do anything to get on the front row? Crosses the line. It's going to be a 26.6, so pretty slow. 3 attempts off that top 3 spot. Tie clear with 28.7. Might have made a mistake somewhere during his lap. Who we have is that Wolfrin. He's going to be next to set a time. Or maybe it'll be JB. JB or Wolfrin, we'll see. No, he was starting his lap. Oh no, it was Apex.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ash is just invalidated. I was just gonna say I think it's Ash, and then he invalidated and went in the pit.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. What's it called? Apex goes P7, Wolfring goes P5. What about Lewis? Lewis is in the championship fight with him and his teammate, and also Nobody Cares. Crosses the line. It's looking like a pretty slow time from him. 27 flat. Definitely not what he wants to be at if he wants to try and fight for the win. What about his teammate? His teammate is only just coming out of the pit, so we go on board with the V-Carb. V-Carb is on his first lap. Currently the only driver on the field to yet set a time. It's 27.7, so 6 tenths slower from what we saw from the KFC bloke. Nicholas seems to be coming out on top here. Let's see if he can stay on top towards the end of these 12 minutes. Can his Sector 2 be any better than his Sector 1? Oh, that's a 3.6 for Sector 2. Should have a tow from the car ahead if he's close enough, but I don't think he was this time round. JB is the one who was in Division 1, brought down to Division 2. So I'd like to see what he can do compared to the rest of the field. I imagine he would be up there alongside Nobody Cares, the KFC bloke, and Nicholas. Kiki crosses the line P10, getting really close for that final point position. Go on board with the Williams driver. See what he can do. Has a massive. I don't know if that was a massive wiggle. He intended to do that. We'll see as he comes towards the end of Sector 2 how much time he probably would have lost if that was a mistake, or if not, that was just my eyes deceiving me. But yeah, he lost some time there. That was a 26 something. Definitely not the quickest Sector 1, even though it says that on the track map. So far the Red Bulls not setting the times they want. Griffin is on a lap. Hopefully he can try and get ahead of his teammate. Has got some traffic ahead of him. So Nobody Cares is coming up for his second lap as well. What about JB? What can he do for his second running? His first running, sorry. Comes towards the end of Sector 2. Is it going to be the quickest? It's a 2.9. I think that isn't the quickest, but it is a decent Sector 2 for JB. He might be able to definitely break into the top 5. It's a 26.8, so definitely lost some time somewhere, but puts him P6 for a very good lap from him. What about Griffin? Griffin is currently P19. So 26.2 from Griffin, gets ahead of Nobody Cares. That is a really good lap from him. It's getting pretty close between the front 4. Sid just needs to do a bit more if he wants to try and gain any more positions. Alberto Tetris yet to set a time. He flies into the pits, maybe just made a mistake somewhere. What about Mirror? Mirror has been on some really good streaks, some really bad streaks. I don't think last race was a race for him. Hopefully he can turn it around here. Silverstone is a track that people do enjoy. And so far he is matching the front 4 in Sector 1. See if he can keep that consistent streak going in Silverstone. So far he's on for a really good Sector 1. If he can keep it up in Sector 2 and 3, I think he could be in a chance for provisional pole depending on how comfortable he is with this next section. Through the S's he's about to go. You need to be really brave through this section as we actually go on board with him to see what it's like. Uses the track as much as he can. So far it's looking like a really good lap from Mira. What can he do for sector 2? Is going to be a 2.1, and I think that might be the quickest sector of the qualifying session so far. Sector 3 left to go. You have that really hard braking zone for the final 2 corners. Has a kick Sauber stopped on track. Hopefully they don't get in the way from Mira. See what he can do, but he is looking to be on an absolute flyer. Can he get ahead of Nicholas on this occasion? Crosses the line. Yes, he can. Gets ahead by attempts to get a 26 flat. That is a brilliant lap from Mira and puts him on provisional pole. What about Ash in the Alpine? He's about to finish his lap. He crosses the line. It goes... No, is he starting? No, yeah. No, he goes P9. We had a bit of a weird moment there, but he goes... That's a really good lap from here into the top 10. And that's pretty much everyone's first lap sorted. All it is now is just the drivers who joined late or invalidated on the first run. Nicholas is improving on his lap. No, he's not. He was 2 seconds down, so might have made a mistake somewhere. The KFC bloke, did he set a time? I don't know. It did say he was down in sector 1. Is he recharging? Yes, he is. I don't think he's on a lap. Sid's improving by 3 temps. That 3 temps. No, he's not. Did I just miss everyone's second lap? What's going on? Sid has actually improved. Just gets ahead of Nobody Cares. Max in the kick Sauber making a mistake, ruining his run. What can the Yeatniks do in the Haas? 27.4. That puts him round mid-pack if he can keep it going. The likes of JB will improve as he had a massive wiggle coming out of that first turn. So Ropsicola finally joins the session. That means Nobody Cares might have a chance of Aston Martin getting ahead of in Red Bull in the team standings. So far, oh no, I was about to say he looks like he's having a clean lap, but he goes off track and invalidates. And with his second run, he is still yet to set a time. Who we got next to set a lap? Is that Alberta Tetris? No. Is it Nobody Cares? Yes, Nobody Cares is improving by 3 temps, almost 4 temps in sector 2. Had a lovely tow from the KFC bloke. Comes towards the final sectors now. It's probably the most difficult sectors to try and nail. I don't know if he has time to go again, so he's got to make this lap count. Comes towards the final turn to cross the line. How much of an improvement would it be for Nobody Cares? Crosses the line, gets a 25.8, 2 temps ahead of Mira. Who can respond to that? Is Lewis on a lap? I believe he is, so we'll go on board with him and see what he can do and see if he can jump up from what is already a bad position for qualifying for his standards compared to everyone else. He's P8, comes towards the yeses. What is it going to be for sector 2? Recharge on, trying to use much deployment as he can for these final 2 sort of streets that he has left. And actually I'm just going over a really slow lap. He's 4 seconds down, probably going into the pits to try and set another lap. What about RS Salguero, as he's already set a lap? Griffin is not improving, only 60 milliseconds down. Can he try and at least break into the top 3? It is really close from P1 all the way down to P6. Sid is at the back of all of that. He needs to try and find some pace if he wants to jump up any more positions. Do you think we'll see the 1 stop today?
Yeah, I think we'll see a couple try it.
Griffin improving by a 10th. Small margins is all it would take. That will put him up to P3. 4 minutes left on the clock as he invalidates and goes into the pits. Probably invalidated at the right corner to try and go into the pits and go again. What about Wolfrin? He's going to be setting his final run now. 27 flat is what he's sat on. If I was to do qualifying in this session, I wouldn't even be in the top 10 right now. Crosses the line, goes P8. Good lap from him. What about RS Salguero? He's invalidated, so that'll be his run over. What about Andreas? Still yet to set a time alongside the Haas driver. 27.3, decent sector 1 for Andreas. 2 attempts down compared to the guys at the front, but hopefully he can break into the top 10. Ooh, had a bit of a slow sector 3. Sector 2, sorry. See how much that will cost him as he comes towards the end of his lap. Ropsy Kohler now starting his first official lap. He's going to have an absolute banger if he wants to try and be near his teammate who sits on provisional pole. What about Andreas? It's looking like it's going to be a 27.2, so not the best from him. Goes P4, but even then it is getting pretty close between the back as well. From Max all the way down to P12 with Alberto Tetris is really close. Same for the front. Who is on a lap? Is it Max? Is Max on a lap? I don't think he is. It's a 1:59 so far. He must be on a second lap.
No, so here comes the dash. The pit lane's busy.
Ropsy Kohler is invalidated, so he won't be able to set a time unless he can save his battery. So he might be starting. He won't be starting last. The mix is still yet to leave the pit. But who will be the first one to go and set a time? I think it might be Andreas. No, it won't be Andreas. He just set a lap. So it will be one of the V-carbs of Nicholas. He wants to be the first one out to try and get back ahead of Nobody Cares. He isn't in the championship fight just yet, but he has done well to make sure he's in the fight for pole. Taking that one extra point from Nobody Cares will be huge depending on how well the Red Bulls can do further down the line. I really want it to be a wet race. It's Silverstone, you know? Just want it to be, yeah, it's gonna be wet. Oh no. Right, what can Nicholas do? He is a few tenths back from Nobody Cares, only a tenth back from Mira. So far, 2 tenths improvement. Needs to find at least a tenth more or a bit if he wants to try and jump ahead of Nobody Cares. But Nobody Cares is also on a lap looking to improve. 25.8 is good from these drivers. It's definitely going to have to make me do some practice. I don't think I would be very good if I was on the grid right now. Comes towards this end of sector 2. What would it be? Would it be an improvement? How much by it for the VCARB driver? He is improving by almost 5 tenths of a second, so he is looking to get back a provisional pole. Somebody Cares has to be on a really good lap. One mistake and he is going to lose out from provisional pole, because by the looks of it, it is going to Nicholas. Has got a bit of traffic ahead of him. Hopefully he doesn't get that much dirty air, but should be able to use this driver as a tow. Coming to the end of the line and gets pole with a 25.6. That is a brilliant lap from him. What about Nobody Cares? He's about to come towards the finish his lap. I don't know, well, Mirror jumps ahead of Nobody Cares as well, 25.7, so Nobody Cares better make some moves across these final few corners. What can he do to try and grab it back? Misses out, improves by a tenth, but doesn't improve enough. 1 millisecond is split between him and Mirror. He is going to be dying after that. That is going to be devastating for him. What about Griffin? Griffin not improving in Sector 2. Tiny improvements is all it's going to take for him if he wants to try and get ahead of the KFC bloke. Can he do it on this final corner? Can he gain any more time? And he does. 55 milliseconds, but it's not enough. But the main concern for this qualifying session is nobody cares losing out by milliseconds. That P3 is going to be the difference between getting P3 and getting P2. So yeah, that is crazy. If I was nobody
That is
cares,
close.
I would be fuming.
Yeah, there's nothing in it. Like when you think of just how quick that is, like
Yeah, I'll be raging if I was him. And that is our qualifying order. Nicholas grabs provisional pole, followed by Mirror. Mirror with another extraordinary qualifying session to get ahead of the championship leader by 1 millisecond. It is definitely the boost of confidence he needs to try and grab the podium in today's race. Yeah. Well, as should we stay on board for the restart? I think maybe we should. See who can.
yeah, see what whoever would have been if we didn't. Oh, can we stay in this one?
Yeah. What is it raining?
It's rain it, yeah, just a
Okay.
little bit.
Just a little bit. Damn it. You know, I think we should make the weather for the lobby restart wherever it was during the session. So now it's raining. You have to make it rain for the race. I think it's
We used to do
only
that, I
way.
think, in season one. I'm not sure if we did it for season two as well, or if we only did it for the first season. But yeah, I know we used to do that. Keep the weather the same. But no, that's wet, wet.
Hmm. But that's a shame. I would have loved to saw this type of weather in the actual race.
Still a
It's
chance.
always the
Still a
lobby
chance.
restarts, isn't it, where the weather is always horrendous. I bet some of the drivers are definitely happy about, oh my god, thank god it's raining now, because that means we have a chance of it being dry for the next one. Oh my god, he's yeah. And we got Sid. You know, the one thing Sid is really good at is crashing into the wall and DNFing. But for some reason, can someone explain to me why he finds it difficult during a lobby reset? Because he went flying into that wall and didn't DNF, which is definitely, which isn't really a Sid thing.
He just likes pit walls. I think is the pit walls.
Hmm. Right, that Sid somehow took the lobby reset win. First time we're going to see that in a while. Let's just go back to the com box screen. Right, so we're just going to get the grid set, or Lanky will. What I will do is I will sit here and look pretty, as we just need some of this. Wait, hold on. This makes no sense. So there's... Oh no, it's because he hasn't picked the seat yet. There you go. I was going to say 20 drivers, but... Oh, full grid today. Let's go. Right, so we're just going to get the grid set. I imagine we have some people watching in the stream. I have not been looking at chat. That is my apologies. Let's see what some people have to say about OTLR Division 2. Oh wow, I'm Division 2 from Dr. Still. We knew that. I'm joking, guys. I'm joking. I'm joking. Joking. What a P19 from you. You know what? P19 is better than being P20. Ask Ricky. He's P20 all the time. Yeah, exactly. A V-carb sandwich. Just let me know when to ready these drivers up.
Now.
Oh, now.
Just
Jeez.
finished, yeah.
Right, I said ready up, get your setups, and then don't go till 34. Let's see if people want to listen to me. So far, after that announcement, only 3 people have said, oh, this is pretty quickly. Oh my god, I've never seen Division 2 ready up so quickly. They must be
On
excited.
it tonight.
They must
Yeah.
be excited. Let's have a look.
Ah, it is cloudy though.
It is cloudy. It does look like it could bring some rain later on, maybe a drat condition. 1 minute until we get ready. Alright, should be 34. Everyone should be getting going now. Who wants to do lights out? Do we think it's going to be messy lights out, or do you think we're finally going to have a clean run?
Um,
Wait, have I
um,
misspelt lanky? 2 seconds. No, hold on. Combox. Oh! Yeah. My bad. Sorry, Ryan. You know what, Ryan? Right? You have no racing talent at all, okay? You set a 41.8 at Spa on Sunday. So realistically, you should be the in Division 2. Don't know how Ricky put you Division 1 or what makes him think you're Division 1 pace, but we're about to go in 5 red lights time. We will have the V carb go. Oh, what happened there? Some drivers get drive-throughs. That
oh,
Williams. I think
well,
there might be
somebody
some
did. Yeah.
drive-throughs. That is crazy. How that is a bit. Oh my god, 3 people with drive-throughs. This is the lobby restart or something. Got yellow flags somewhere. Ty Clear dropping back or just about. Nope, Ty Clear has spun it. Is on the grass. He's gone to go and cut some grass. Yeah, still on the grass from Ty Clear. He must be having some. Yeah, yeah. That is over. It's an unfortunate start from him. Drops down to P10. JB falls back quite a bit as well, but Nicholas still in the lead, followed by Mira. The KFC bloke somehow gets ahead of Snowbody Cares. Ash up to P6 and Sid falling back, but we do have some drivers. I'm about to sneeze. Oh, oh. So sorry guys. What was that? Oh my god.
Did you sneeze with saying sneeze then?
Oh my god. Oh, you got JB falling back quite a bit.
Couldn't
He's
quite
got
get
a
it out.
drive-through penalty. I don't know if that sneeze come out my nose or my mouth. Oh my god, that was disgusting. But oh my god, we got Sid. What is happening with Sid? Sid is lagging left, right, and center. We might. Oh, okay. Sid is If Sid continues to be lagging like that, he might have to retire from the race. But the front two is already started to form a gap with the DRS. So Mira and Nicholas looking like they could be the main contenders for this win. But yeah, Sid is struggling really bad with his Wi-Fi. I think Lewis is struggling to get past him with how much he's zigzagging across the
Yeah,
place.
he's teleporting all over the place for me
Yeah.
too.
We got Andreas trying to chase down Pipe Tech. The battle for the back is between McLaren and Mercedes. Or is he about to make a move around the outside of this corner? No, he doesn't. He stays where he is for now. Just slightly behind Pipe Tech. Pipe Tech doing well to defend his position. What about the V-Carb? V-Carb chasing down Alberto Tetris. He's got a drive-through penalty. So he will need to come in to the pits this lap or next lap. So nobody cares, gets ahead of the KFC bloke, but crucially it's outside of that DRS. I think Mira is about to make a move, or Nicholas. Is he going to try and go for a dive into the final few corners? He doesn't here. He keeps on going and trying to find another turn to overtake. Ash comes into the pit to serve his drive-through penalty alongside Alberto Tetris. Unfortunate timing for some of these drivers. So they will be falling back. Where will JB come out of all of this? He pitted to do his drive-through a bit earlier than those front two. Hopefully they can see if he can get past them in the pits as they come out, but I don't think he will. Griffin disconnects from the session. He is going to need an invite back. Has
Yep,
Sid
already on
finally...
it.
Yeah, Sid might have turned off his mobile phone Wi-Fi because he doesn't seem to be zigzagging. Jumps up to P5 and gets ahead of the two Red Bulls. Nobody Cares is gaining, but isn't gaining enough. The KFC bloke seems to not have the pace here today. Every time a car overtakes him, he starts to fall back quite a bit. What can Sid? Can Sid even try and catch up to the back of the KFC bloke? Or will Sid go and mow the grass? Or what is it? Yeah, that's right, mow the grass, right? Yeah, I don't really do that stuff. I'm 22 years old. I usually leave that for, like, you know, the elderly people that like doing that. But the KFC bloke had a massive wiggle coming into sector 3. He's lost a bunch of time to Nobody Cares. Sid gaining time. Could we see a Sid in top 4 in this race? Who knows? Ty Clear is trying to chase down Griffin, but Griffin's AI seems to be defending as he's rejoined at the perfect spot. Has only lost 2 positions since that disconnect. He stays P4 for the P7 for the end of lap 4. Got JB wasn't able to get past the 2 drivers as they're coming out the pit. Only manages to get past Alberto Tetris, but has fell back to the car ahead by quite a bit. Ash P18, and now JB's got to do some work to catch up towards him. Sid seems to be flying through the grid here. He needs to get ahead of the KFC bloke and then chase down Nobody Cares. Sid doesn't seem to be want to make any moves around the inside of the KFC bloke, maybe just playing it safe. I imagine most drivers would try and attempt a one-stop. Is Sid about to make a move on the inside? He's still side by side of him, as Sid has actually collided with him, goes on the grass, and yeah, maybe that was just a bit too of an eager move, as we actually have the KFC bloke in the wall, and he's missing his front wing, so yeah, that's unfortunate for him. He's also got a 10-second penalty for going back onto the track. It counted as him cutting the corners, but the fight between the front is still really close between Miro and Nicholas. Nobody Cares seems to be struggling to catch up to the back of them. That fight between Sid and the KFC bloke has dropped them down the order. Rupticola has now jumped up to P6. He started almost dead last in this race, so he's done well to bounce back and get some points for Aston Martin after missing last race and the race before that. Right, as the KFC bloke comes into the pit to change his front wing. Sid got a bit bold or eager. I don't know the words to that song, but I was going to do it in a Sid accent, but I decided not to. But yeah, Nobody Cares. Finally, almost about to break into DRS. See what he could do in the S's to see if he can gain any time. Now within the second, so now the fight between the front 3 is on. Nobody Cares probably just used a bit of tyres too much to try and catch up. If they were going for the one stop, lap 12 to 13 is where they would most likely pit. But most of these drivers' strategies were ruined on lap 1 due to some drive-through penalties. We haven't really seen that much moves being made by Mira. Do we think he's just playing it safe, going for the one stop? Or do we think is it just that difficult to try and overtake around here as Lewis gets ahead of Rupsy? So we've got another 10-second penalty for Apex Predator. The stewards are after him.
A couple of battles beginning. Just they're in a train at the minute, aren't they? They've got a couple of little trains going on.
So we've got the
Or
Haas driver in the DRS
three little trains.
refurb. Pipetech doing well to BP10, scored some points last time out for his team. Looking forward to be doing it again today. What can the Haas driver do? 3 temps is the gap on this DRS straight, but doesn't seem to be gaining on Kiki 108. Oh, as he actually goes a bit wide. And that's going to allow Andreas to try and attack the Haas. Who's going to be the closest person to try and make a move? Ropsy Cola on Lewis.
Yeah, he's pretty close. Couldn't get nothing down that DRS straight there, and I was on board with him. But he seems to get close in the corners.
We've got some early pits with some of these drivers probably going for that 2-stop. I don't know I don't even know what the strategy is for the 2-stop around this track. I just know hard medium. Griffin is in a Ferrari sandwich. No, that doesn't sound right. He's in a Ferrari Panini right now. I think there's Italian, right? I could be wrong. Ryan, you like eating? Is that correct? Is that what it's called? Is it a panini? I think that's what it's called. I have no clue. Ryan would know. We'll see if he says anything. Mira gets ahead of Nicholas. Can Nicholas do anything to respond? Try to make some moves. Somebody cares into the pit, so he's going for that 2-stop as well.
Griffin just got through on Ty.
Holy admin abuse by the comms here. Hey, it's not abuse, it's just constructive criticism. I don't know, do you? Are they Italian? I have no clue where Paninis are from. The name of it sounds like it's Italian, so... But Griffin does get ahead of Tyclear, so now it's just Ferrari. Mira's pace is starting to show, getting some time on Nicholas.
Oh, Rupsy down the inside of Lewis.
Oh, it's
And they're
giving
still
each
side
other
by side.
just about
Yeah.
enough room. Let's go on board with Griffin, who's going to get a front row seat to this. Comes to the corner where Max and Lewis collided all those years ago back in 2020. 21, yeah, I can't say that word, but still side by side. 21, yeah. Lewis gets ahead for now. Rapsy Cola falling back, and it is now in between the two Red Bulls. Are they going to bully this Aston Martin? I missed the whole context, Mr. 7th tier English football. You know what, right? Oh, Mira gets a 10-second penalty. That is going to cost him dearly. Nicholas comes into the pits, and so does Lewis. So most drivers looking to go for that 2-stop. Let's see how that strategy plays out. I know that some of these
Lewis's
drivers...
front left looks nasty.
That allows
Seeing it in the
Ropsy
slower
Cola...
speed in the pit.
Yeah. Allows Ropsy Cola to take the lead for the first time this season. Let's see how long he can keep that on for with Griffin behind him. Pipe Tech up to P5. Mirror should come out probably still in the points. The Aston Martin of Nobody Cares. Does he get ahead of Nicholas? Yes, he does. Just about. So the undercut worked for him. Mira has came out ahead of Nicholas, but he's got a 10-second penalty, and with one more stop to go, it's going to cost him dearly. If he wants to try and serve that and be back in this race, he is most likely going to need a safety car, which it is Silverstone, so I don't know if there will be. The sky is looking kind of grey. I don't know if there's going to be any rain. If it rains, they will lose grip and they will have to change tyres. Sid gets a 3-second penalty. It was only a matter of when, and that when is lap 9. So Nobody Cares is overtaking the Kick Sauber, and he is actually in the provisional lead of this race, so that undercut has helped him out massively. Weather is sunny all race, by the way. But you know what, Ryan? Why? Why? Jeez. You know what? I'm going to pay Lanky to make it wet. Wait, hold on a minute. I know that from an angle, I know how that sounds, but we're talking about the race, not prostitution, guys. Alright. So I think the front four are going for a one-stop. What do you say?
Yeah, if they stay,
16 laps on the hards is doable.
yeah, and then it'd be, yeah, or you do 14 hards, 12 medium. Yeah, I don't know. The mediums fall off pretty quick. I'd expect to see them stop within the next by lap 12 maybe,
Yeah.
around then.
I know the hards can last pretty long. Cannot get the words
Hang
out
on,
today,
what
can
are
I?
they on? That's the so Griffin, Wolverine, and Ty. I'd expect to see them stop on the next lap or so.
I don't know if
They're
starting
all
on
on
the
the
hards is going to work
medium.
out for Opsicola, as he's actually came into the pits now, so I don't think those mediums are going to go for another 16 laps, so he might be... Oh, what's going on here? There is a Ferrari in the wall. I repeat, nope, there isn't a Ferrari in the wall. He was just going really slowly. That puts Griffin all the way to the lead of this race. Ty clear into the pits, so I don't think that... I still think it was kind of too early for that one stop, so we'll see. He might have pitted a bit too early. Instantly got interested, Ryan. Ryan is, yeah, well, you know what? Ryan is pretty questionable. Only if I services. I don't know what you mean by that. But there's another yellow flag in the pit lane. Is that Max or is that the KFC bloke into the pit? So what was going on between him and Sid Crashalot has finally cost him. Sid up in P9, but with a 3-second penalty, Rapsicola should be able to get ahead of him if it stays as it is. So Nobody Cares is currently in the provisional lead of this race. However, the two drivers that pitted after him and were leading this race are within a second of each other, so we should have a DRS train going on for just a bit. Griffin finally comes into the pits. Pipe Tech comes into the pits, and so does Wolfrin. Is he going to try and make an overtake coming into the pits? No, he doesn't. That would have been a brave Max Verstappen move, but he does not. That puts Nobody Cares into the lead, followed by Nicholas and Mira. Dak FC bloke leaves the session, finishes P20 for this race. Really unfortunate for him. You got some more drivers coming into the pits. You got Wolfrin and Pipe Tech. Rapsicola losing out to Lewis. He dropped down to P6. Apex Predator somehow got up there. I didn't even realise that. He's now P5. The Apex Predator is now chasing down Lewis. 1.8 is the gap. What about Andreas in the McLaren? Oh, we got a freeway battle going on here. The Ferrari of Wolfrin is trying to overtake some cars. Let's see if he can get it done on the inside of Pipe Tech. Can he make the move stick? We shall have a look as they're still going wheel to wheel, coming towards that fast corner. Wolfren still able to get ahead. Pipe Tech falling back just a bit. What can Andreas do to try and use this to his advantage? 4 attempts is the gap. Can he try and make any moves past Pipe Tech? Rupsicola getting past the Predator. The Predator not doing enough to get his prey and falls back for now. And is now being chased down by Sid. One Predator after another. Oh no, is that yeah? Sorry, no. That it sounded so much better in my head, but I shall stay silent. It sounded so much better in my head. I thought that was going to be the headline. Ricky's going to clip it and he's going to put it on TikTok, but that came out wrong. Came out wrong.
Nicholas is starting to get close to the back of Snowbody at the front as well. 3 of them up there, Mirror, Nicholas and Snowbody. Obviously Mirror's got that penalty at the moment.
10-second penalty as well, which
Yeah.
would put him
Oh, and he goes
P4.
wide.
He needs to find a 10th if he wants to stay like that. Only list we should be creating is a form list to put Ryan in a hospital because he supports AFC Files, which to stand back and really focus on that name, it's pretty weird. National Leagues North. Ugh. Ash gets a 3-second penalty. Oh, nobody cares. Having a bit of a moment coming out of that turn. He goes into the pits. Do we think there's going to be one driver that hasn't read the rules and is just going to speed in the pits to try and make a move? Do you think we're going to get one? It's actually
Well, at the
Mirror.
end.
Yeah, at the end, yeah.
I think that only is more beneficial in wet conditions, and I don't know. I'm not sure if you get the same advantage in the dry.
So Mirror's actually
Complete
just
dry.
made a brilliant move around Nicholas. Although he's got that 10-second penalty, he jumps up to P2 for what was a great move, and now Nicholas falling back quite a bit. Can he try and make a move around Nobody Cares? Nobody Cares. It seemed to be dominant the past few races, but now it's falling on the knees and is going to get past. It's going to get overtaken by Mirror, and Mirror takes the lead of this race. That's been really good battles between the front 3. It's a shame for that 10-second penalty. That would still put him in the podium right now, but hopefully he can try and take this on track and get the win. Will we have a new winner this season, or will something happen in these final 11 laps? Now Nobody Cares is under threat from Nicholas. If they keep fighting, this will help Mirror out tremendously, as he still needs to maintain that 10-second gap. The Apex Predator still losing out on positions. Kai Clear gets ahead. Sid also gets ahead. And the Apex Predator now becomes a beta. Yeah. Sorry, that was even more cringe. Rupsicola chasing down Lewis. He's in a Red Bull sandwich. Might be a bit of a like a widespread sandwich, but still in the middle of the move away. Orange juice is strong tonight, yeah? I don't drink orange juice. Sorry. My go-to drink is an Oasis summer fruit. Yeah, Ryan, we know you drink orange juice. We've all seen the picture of you at the AFC Fylde Stadium. Whee! What new? Sorry. Nicholas trying to overtake Nobody Cares. Seems to just be a DRS train going on here. Apex Predator into the pit alongside Andreas.
Ooh, couldn't get a traction. Nicholas had a little look on the inside of Snowbody out of my head's gone blank to the corner.
Although we're here for the battles, is this the right call? Because they're almost out of DRS from Mira. So I don't know if they should be fighting or they should just go all out because they know he's got a 10-second penalty. So either way, one of these two drivers is going to get the win, unless they both somehow collide and Mira gets ahead by a big margin.
Yeah, Lewis is still like lingering at that 10-second mark as well, isn't he? So Mira's not in the clean yet for a podium position.
I mean, no, he is.
He's out of it, but he gets into any battle with these guys, he'll soon be
Yeah.
back in it.
If he can break out of DRS when Nobody Cares, I think he'll be able to get the podium. Because right now, I'd say he's around 12, like 13 seconds. I think. No.
Yeah.
What is the button for it? Yeah, 12, 12.3 seconds. Oh my god, I'm coughing. Yeah, and he's actually out of the DRS, so all that fighting between Nicholas and Nobody Cares has worked out well for Mira. He can focus on gaining. Oh, there's a yellow flag. Who is that? There's a yellow flag. Is that who's that? Is that? Oh no, there's just a Mirror going slow. Never mind. Wait, Mirror going slow. He's P3. What the? Okay. My mind just went totally black for a
Yeah,
second.
what happened there?
I
I
was
didn't
gonna
see
say,
that.
yeah. What?
Have we just teleported like in time
He
or something?
he
As we
might have
just
had
skip
a
forward?
he might have had a screen
That
freeze to
happened
be
quick.
honest, but
Yeah.
somehow Lewis is still 4 attempts back. He needs to. Oh no, yeah. Oh, is it all going to the pits again?
Oh,
This was Mirror into the pits.
yeah.
Oh.
They've all gone.
This is going to cost Mirror dearly. It's going to allow Lewis to get up to P3. Or he's on the hards. Do you think he can take those tyres to the end? No, 8 laps is the... I think Griffin might be in a good chance for winning this. Or tie clear. Because if
Yeah.
those guys can't catch up really like enough on these final few laps, it's going to cost them. So this is where strategy starts to come into play. Not that long left. Currently a Red Bull 1-2, followed by Ty Clear. Can Ty Clear be on for another podium finish? 14 seconds is the gap between Nobody Cares and the lead. Can he try and build that advantage and try and gain back what was lost? Mirror, after pitting, drops down to P10. Both Red Bulls one stop. I don't think Griffin's going to be on for the one stop, but let's have a look actually. No, so yeah, I don't think Lewis is on for the one stop, but I think Griffin might be able to. Griffin might be able to. I don't think Lewis is. Lewis is clearly struggling. If you go on board, you can look at those tires. It's pretty dead. So what was a good fight for the front three has now ended for Mirror. All he can do from now on is just hope for the best and see if he can gain any more positions. A safety car here would be really good for him, I think. Wolferin. Both Ferraris in the points, doing well to maintain the positions of being in the top 10. Pipe Tech also sitting P7. He's done well to be consistent past few races. Might be, I think, his second 9-second point finish. Mirror of the 10-second penalty, cost him dearly. Grabbed pole, was on for a really good run, but then sped into the pit lane, which cost him his race. Depending on the other strategies of these drivers, he might be able to bounce back and hopefully try and get into the top 5. He seems to be gaining positions quite a bit. P9 already. Now chasing down Ropsicola. Ropsicola P8. He's going to have to make some moves if he wants to keep Aston Martin ahead of Red Bull in the standings. Well, he's tried to. So we've got some more drivers pitting. Is Kiki going to make a move on JB? JB not having the best of races after that drive-through penalty on lap 1. Currently sits P15. He's going to have to pick up some even more pace if he wants to try and get any points. Sid with that 6-second penalty sits in P11. I don't think he'll be able to score any points today.
I think if both them Red Bulls stay out, they may even get the 1-2.
Yeah, but also
If
Lewis
they
is on
can
like,
maintain pace.
yeah, but
That is.
at the same time Lewis is on 11 lap old hards. I think he
Yeah.
can, but he's going to have to go really slow to save the tyres.
Because nobody's got 5 seconds to tie, so he's got like just under a second a lap to get to tie.
But also, I feel like Ty Clear
And then
is
he's got to go
pretty
another 4 seconds to Lewis.
Ty Clear is pretty safe when it comes to racing, though. He knows just nobody
Yeah.
cares. It's not his race to fight. So I don't know how it's going to work when he does catch up. Is he going to hold him up to help the Red Bulls, or is he going to let Nobody Cares pass? We can only find out in 4 seconds, well, in a few laps' time, depending on how
I
much
think
he
he'd
catches
get the
up.
podium, but he's going to have to really put his foot down for the win if both Red Bulls do decide to stay out. And it depends how well they've managed their tyres up to this point.
If that is the case, I think the two Red Bulls are going to have to try and work together if they want to try and claim that 1-2, because right now they're both out of
I'm
DRS.
saying
So
that Lewis is falling back. I think his tyres
3
have just gone.
seconds. Yeah, he might have to come into the pit. That would be devastating for his race. Let's go on board with Nicholas. Nicholas stood in the DRS.
Here he comes. Softs to the end.
Yeah,
Probably, or
yeah,
medium.
but he's going to lose out
Most likely
quite a few
soft.
positions. He's going to
Yeah.
drop down to P10, and with 5 laps left to go, I don't think he's going to be able to make any more moves for any more points. But I think we could potentially see. No, because Nicholas is right on there as well, so I think he might just fall short. It really depends.
It's gonna get
how
spicy in the last few laps.
Yeah.
Between them front drivers.
Yeah. I mean, Nicholas is on the medium tyres, so he definitely needs to get past Nobody Cares if he wants to try and make any moves before his tyres start to die out. Ty Clear on 10 laps hards. They should be able to go the next 5 laps. Same with Griffin, so we'll see. 7 seconds is the gap between P2 to P1. And Nobody Cares is gaining, but doesn't seem to be gaining quick enough. 2 seconds is the gap. And is actually losing some times in Sector 2. I think Ty Clear getting the podium all comes down to how much Nicholas attacks Nobody Cares. I think that's what it's going to come down to. If Snowbody and Nicholas both want to get a podium, they're going to sort of have to work together and just not fight and focus on getting past Ty Clear. Because if they don't do that, then they're both going to lose out.
Yeah.
So if I was Ty Clear, I think maybe holding up the two drivers behind so they fight would be the way to go. Obviously, we've only got 3 drivers with penalties, so the drivers have been doing well to stay on the track limits, which mean they're probably on their first or maybe second warning for some of these drivers. So who knows, we could see a late penalty which helps claim the podium. I think Lewis has got this in the park. I don't think anyone will be able to catch up in time. So I think it will be a Griffin win. This is actually a yellow flag. That is Kiki. From P20 to P4, we have a V-carb sandwich. Speaking of sandwiches,
Ooh.
Ryan should type in chat soon.
Nicholas and Sobody side by side through Maggots and Beckett's there. But Nicholas has got ahead of Snowbody.
Yeah, those medium tyres coming in clutch. How long can they last? Not that long left to go. Is Nobody Cares going to fight back and try and gain that position? Or is he going to play the right card and wait for them both to get past Ty Clear? As oh my god, that was pretty close from Nobody Cares. Almost right up the back of Nicholas. Definitely doesn't want to do that. It's a good day for Ferrari so far. Ty Clear is probably most likely about to lose some positions to the V-Carb driver as they enter the DRS. He is within 2/10 of a second, so I imagine he's going to get that move done pretty easily. And now all that Nobody Cares has to do is gain and get past Ty Clear, otherwise he will lose out even more. As actually Nobody Cares tries to make a move around the inside. These guys are going side by side, coming up to the fast right-hander before the two S's. Who's going to come out on top? I think he's already got past Ty Clear, so Ty Clear not fighting as much as I thought he would have, and that allows Nobody Cares and Nicholas to get back in the fight. Still good positions for Ferrari, P4 and 5. Rapsicola with that 3-second penalty will drop down to P7. 3 laps left remaining. Can Nicholas hold on to those tyres and claim that P2? Griffin could potentially be the race winner. 7 seconds is the gap, not that long left to go. As there's actually a yellow flag. Who is that? That is a lapped V-carb. Sid comes into pit and retire. You know, we have nicknames for some of these drivers, like Spinning Alpaca, like Ryan, like Ryan made. We should really get one for Sid. I don't know. Lance Stroll? Yeah, that's a good one. Nobody Cares now 3 temps behind Nicholas.
I don't understand what he's retired for. Retired for. He was up in the points.
You know, there's one thing that you should do in life. No, there's 2 things that you should do in life. Is wear protection and just never think what Sid's thinking in the moment, because yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a bit of a scrap going on between these two. They almost push each other wide. That just allows Ty Clear to catch up just a tiny bit, or maybe not. Who will get P2 towards the end of this race? Griffin is definitely.
Ooh.
Oh my god, yeah, that was close.
Yeah, slide
That was
from
close.
Nicholas there.
These guys are touching tips. Hopefully they don't touch tips too much, otherwise they will spin out. But it's a really close battle between these two. Who's going to come out on top on this final lap? Oh, is he gonna go for a dive? Oh, he
Oh,
spins!
contact.
Oh my
Yeah,
god, that is going to be unfortunate. What can Tyclear do to respond? I don't know what happened there. I think that might have been on Nobody Cares there. I don't think that would have been like the place to dive. I think he might have just got a bit too impatient and it cost him dearly and might have to sit in for P3 for now. I think that might have just been like an impulse move from Nobody Cares. He definitely has done better in those situations before. I think that might have just been a last ditch effort to try and overtake before the final lap, but that has cost him dearly and it's looking like he will have to stay P3 for now. Yeah, that's unfortunate for Nobody Cares. Had a really good streak going for the past few races, but it has now fallen back and Griffin has been able to get ahead of the majority of this race.
even with a disconnect as well. He dropped a couple of
Yeah,
places, didn't he, under
yeah.
AI, and he's come back and played his cards right.
Imagine he just hasn't joined back and it's just the AI racing at this point.
Yeah, I imagine.
But yeah, as we come towards the end of Griffin's lap, he will be a race winner here in Silverstone. As it's a home race, I would do some interviews because you know what? Why not? We're here in Silverstone where we thought it would rain, but it's not. But as he crosses the line, it is going to be a win for not Nicholas, for Griffin, followed by Nicholas, who comes towards the final corner now to claim P2, P3 for somebody cares, P4 for Ty Clear as he crashes into the wall. P5 for Wolfrin does really well to get P5. Mira gets P6 after that 10-second penalty, does well to get some points. Lewis P8, Pipe Tech will be P9, and then Max in, well, there could be a last move from JB here. Can JB try and make a move to get that final points position? Goes for a move on the inside, has a bit of contact on the rear wheels between these two drivers. Who's going to have the better traction coming out of this final corner? JB makes a move on the final corner, gets ahead of Max. Max goes a bit wide on that final corner and falls back by 49 milliseconds of a second, and that is going to cost him dearly. JB able to jump up 2 positions in that final. What happened to Lewis? Did you see what happened to Lewis?
No.
He DNF. That was weird. He just DNF'd.
Was it over the line?
I have no
Might have been
clue.
over the
I
line.
have no clue. Let's do some interviews. Griffin is your race winner. Right, as we should hopefully, like, did you get the pictures or shall I?
Yeah, I got them.
I thank you. As we'll go to the interview part of this stream. Right. Let me check. You know what, guys? Fine. Just to fix my mistake. There you go. I get rid of the key in Lanky and just put a Kai. There you go. I changed it. I fixed it. Now, let's do these interviews. Right. No one's in waiting for interviews yet. That's not a good look. Come on, guys. I'm finally doing interviews. Oh, there we go. Let me ask. Actually, I don't know if somebody cares to do any interviews. He's a bit. I think he'll be a bit angry after that. Let's have a look. He might be a bit heated. Yeah, thought so. All right, let's just. Hello.
Hello.
That's our race winner right there. A
How we
home
doing?
win, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah.
yeah. How you feeling?
I didn't think it was gonna go that way, if I'm honest. I
The
lost
ones,
connection, didn't I?
yeah, yeah. Well, the one stop
Um,
paid off in the end.
yeah, I was looking it up, and one stop seemed to have been what people done. I think unless there were safety cars,
Yeah,
I saw everyone going in. So I thought I've got nothing to lose, to be fair, because I dropped about 4 places when I lost my connection.
yeah.
So yeah, just tried the one stop and it paid off. And to be fair, they didn't. I don't know if they were just fighting behind me, but they didn't catch too much the last few laps.
They had a bit of contact and then they spun around, but that
Ah,
puts Red Bull definitely ahead of Aston Martin in the driver standings. And the gap to Nobody Cares is built, but you're still going to be a bit behind. Looking at the rest of the season, how do you find the next few tracks that we got? I think next time out is Monza. I have no clue. I have to double check. I think it's Monza.
yeah, it's Monza.
Yes. How do you find Monza? And well, obviously next week's a break week, but the week after should be Monza.
Yeah, yeah. To be fair, the last remaining tracks are probably like my favorite ones. To be fair, so yeah, it'll be interesting because nobody does. To be fair, he does turn up every single race. He is quick. So it's hard to stay with him or be quicker than him in quali. But I
Yeah.
don't know. There's always the odd tracks that people struggle with a bit more. So
Yeah.
um,
But that is another
yeah,
thing too. You guys might not have the quality pace compared to just nobody cares. But when it comes to the race, that's when you make it count, which is the most important thing at the end of the day. It's what gets you the points. And obviously, you didn't score maximum points today. I think the strategy for your teammates' side might have been on a bit of a worse side, but still picked up more points than Aston Martin. So you should be looking to extend that team standings
yeah,
by quite a bit. And we'll
yeah.
see
No, for
you in
sure.
yeah. Well, congratulations on the win, and we'll see you in 2 weeks for Monza, which is going to be an even more interesting race, and hopefully it rains.
God, I don't know.
But yeah, congratulations, and we will see you then.
Awesome. Cheers, guys. See you later. Bye bye.
See ya. Bye. And well, that was it for this race. I've been with Lanky this entire time, if you guys didn't know. It's Lanky without the E, just to let Ryan know. But yeah, we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Next week for Division One. Division Two has got a break week, but so we see you then. Good evening. No, what's the saying? I'm not that okay. I'm not. I'm at the age where I should know this. In case I don't see ya, good evening, good afternoon, and good night. Did I get that right? I think I did.
I think so. Yeah.
We'll ask Ricky. He's at that age. Anyway, we'll see you guys.